Gal, chat to me about a certain little
Bukayo
star.
Saka.
Yeah, chat to me about Saka today.
You know what? We come full circle from before the Euros when Neeks was like, why is he going? He's not going to get to play. And now he's starting in the World Cup for England. His first ever start. Man grabs a brace, man of the match performance. We're not deeping the magnitude of what he's just done. He's showing him he's arrived to the world. I know he's been at Arsenal and people have been seeing him in the Premier League, but for people who haven't watched Arsenal or people who don't watch the Premier League and are watching the World Cup and seeing him, this is him arriving and announcing himself to the world. Bukayo Saka is going to a next level of stardom, guys, because what he's doing for England, he's doing for his country, and he's doing for his club. He's taking himself to another level of fame, and that's what we've seen today. We've seen Bukayo Saka arrive on the world stage, take himself from where he was to a household name in England to now a household name worldwide, and that's what we love to see. And I'm not here as a fan of England. I'm not here as anything else. I'm here as an Arsenal fan representing my player, and I'm happy for him doing what he's doing. And I think all you guys are here representing your country or your fans or whatever, and you're happy to see these guys doing what they're doing. And you know what, Jude Bellingham, Terry, you literally took the words out of my mouth. I call him the truth on Twitter. I tweeted it out during the game. I'm like, yo, this kid, I really did think he was overrated because obviously I need to see someone doing it in England before I can say that. But hey, that's just that was just my thing. But now I definitely do think Jude Bellingham, maybe I was a little harsh on that. And when it comes to
just a tad,
yeah, just a tad. And when it comes to the rest of the guys, it's good to see Raheem Sterling scoring a goal, doing his thing that he couldn't do for Chelsea. He's looking like a different player with England. And then you got Marcus Rashford coming in, getting involved in the goal. It's nice to see, man. They're fighting racism. The boys are doing what they're doing. And after the trouble,
they're just playing football, bro. They're just playing.
After the trouble they got into after the Euros, it's nice to see that them two especially get on the pitch and get a goal. Bukayo Saka and Raheem.
Yeah, I will say that. Like, as much as I made a bit of a joke that it would annoy some gammons, I don't think Rashford and Saka and Sterling got up to the game. Right, boys, we've got to score today.
No, but you know what I mean.
Expression. But like, I do hear you, my friend. Look, I know, mate. I know.
Can I just ask about Saka?
Yeah, go on, mate. Go on, bro.
Is he world class?
Yes.
You're not a gal, mate. I saw your tweet.
By my definition of the world, do you consider him top 5 in his position in the world?
No. I asked you a question. I asked you. You tell me what you. I can't define for you. You might maybe you think he's world class.
He's getting there. He needs to do it for a little bit.
So no. At the moment, no.
Based on the fact that he's only been playing for what, 3 years, 4 years at that level, he needs to do it a little bit longer.
So but why is Terry putting all that pressure on him, saying that he's world class, next Ballon d'Or winner,
because right now he's performing at a top level. Right now he's performing at a top level.
You know what it is. You know what it is with Saka. And what I like about him, especially for England, is the fact that he's doing something that I have not seen England players do for a while. It's like he play with no pressure. Like he handles it so well. He plays with freedom, and he plays with a humility that we don't really see from England players over the last few years, and maybe even a decade. You have not seen a player like Bukayo Saka come through, work hard, play hard, and still remain like humble. And I just love. That's why one of the reasons why I love Saka as a player. I don't care that he plays for Arsenal. When he plays for England, he's my guy. So
it's a tough one because I agree with you in terms of the way he's kind of just developed and kept that kind of, or he's just grown into his role. But Rashford also did the same when he burst into the scene, and it was only, let's say, I don't know, maybe 3 years in after he burst on that he hit that kind of slump. Obviously, different things at Man United, etc. And he's having to kind of rebrand himself, so to speak. So right now, and that's why I think Agal's right. I think it's for me, it's too early to say he's world class.
Yeah. I don't think it's world class.
If he keeps performing at this level, I think
it's disgraceful.
Once again, if he keeps performing at this level, then of course he's world class, because the level that he's performing at right now is at a world class level. But to be world class,
and I get that. Yeah. And you know what? For me,
I feel like this kind of conversation can happen after every game that he plays. Even when he's had a sensational game, and we're talking about, is he world class?
No, the reason why I ask, because
if he has a bad game, we're going to be saying why people talking.
No, the reason why I ask is because Terry.
Right now, let's just celebrate the fact that he scored a brace in his World Cup debut, and not only did he score a brace in his World Cup debut, he was a man of the match in one of England's most one of their best ever starts to a World Cup. So let's celebrate the guy instead of bringing him down by saying, "Oh, he's not world class yet."
I'm not bringing that. The only reason I asked was
bro,
Terry tweeted that he was world class. I just wanted to
Yeah, and also, saying
Yeah.
someone's not world class, it's not bringing them down. It's saying that they could get there. You know what I mean? It's not like we said he's terrible and never going to be world class. We're saying, he's good and he will probably get there, just not right now. So we're not trying to bring him down. We're trying to level Terry's head and his gas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, look, this though, the penalty.
Go on. Hang on. We'll come to the penalty in a minute. We're still talking about this in a minute. Sorry, I just want to say with Saka, like the talent's there, the outputs are starting to come. And that for me is when you look how Saka looks on the ball, how he plays, how he excites people. You know, he's touch, he can pass, he can use both feet, he can play left and right. All that's missing is the goals, and he's starting to add them. And to score a brace in a World Cup game, and it isn't like I mentioned Lucas Podolski earlier, and I think like Harry Maguire is a bit like that for us. Maguire for England at tournaments seems to just go to another level, but Saka's doing this at club level. I suppose what I will take, I don't really care if people agree with me or not. I think the one thing he also needs to show is how he can perform in the Champions League, because we know that the overall quality in the knockout stage of the Champions League is very, very high. But Saka's whether people think he is or he isn't, I think he's on his way to kind of getting there. And yeah, he's just a star. Players like him and Bellingham, are great. And you kind of mentioned Rashford earlier as well. I'm very happy for him because he just, as I said at the top of the show, he deserves to be there. His goal was great. And I think scoring in that opening game, it just takes a little bit of pressure away now. Rashford and Saka and even the likes of Grealish, there isn't that pressure of, you didn't score at the tournament. They've got that goal now. They can relax and play their game. We haven't got easy games coming, and we'll get some super chats that are asking for predictions later. I haven't ignored anyone's super chats. They've been starved when we're not talking. We'll bring that into a section in a while. But that takes the pressure away. The only person that's probably feeling a little gutted right now is he played well. He got some assists, but imagine scoring 6 goals and Kane didn't get one of it. You would never have put that bet on. It's funny as well. Downstairs in the offices, someone had a bet that Iran would have a shot on target. I think it was just before their first goal. Their first goal came in the 7th, so he had to get it by the 70th minute. But they scored that goal, didn't they, on the 65th minute? It didn't pay out. It didn't pay out because he hit the crossbar. He put a £2 bet on it, and if it would have come in, he'd have got 120 quid, and it hit the crossbar, so he didn't get it.
But you know what the worst one was? The betting company's done Harry Kane shot on target, 1 shot on target in the whole game, 1-1. Never ever do them bets because he didn't do it. He played all that game. He scored 6 goals. He didn't even get a shot on target, and it happens all the time they do it. How he scored 6 and got a shot on target?
Can I quickly say on Rashford, people were questioning him being in the squad. He's not good enough. The people even when I even mentioned in the group chat, Nick saw. I said bring him on, and people are questioning even bringing him onto the pitch. And he comes on, gets a goal, and in a way that Marcus Rashford does, which is running in behind, taking on a defender or two, and putting it in the back of the net. Rashford is an asset for England, and people need to put past what happened last season with Man United, because even if you go off this season, he's been playing well and been scoring goals and deserves to be there. Put behind what happened last season, see for what he is. And yeah, he may not start every game. He might not start at all. I don't really care. As long as when he comes on, he delivers and performs. That's what we need from Rashford. And he gave us this game. I'm confident he will keep delivering. And people just need to go off this guy's back.